Ladies and gentlemen, this is Jefferson Davis of jeffersondavis.us, and this week's show, Kilos of Craic, Episode 8. Myself, Brian F. at brianf.us, and Dr. John discuss everything from the Mayweather-McGregor fight to Confederate flag and Confederate Monument protests going on all over the United States that weekend of August 27th, 2017. Enjoy the show, and hope to see you next week for Episode 9. Thank you very much.
I am. I just got up from a nap.
So what's been going on?
I don't know. I've been asleep.
So the big question is, did you watch the boxing match last night?
I did not get to watch it, but Justin got him a new Chromebook, so he was getting stats all night long. And this morning when I woke up, the first thing was not "Hello, Dad" or "Hey, Dad, love you" anything. It's Mayweather won.
I watched highlights this morning when I got up at 6 o'clock in the morning.
It was, there were several people on YouTube and on Facebook broadcasting it live. Well, most of them were doing it with their phones, so you couldn't, it wasn't great quality.
Yeah.
We're not talking high def here.
Yeah.
But I was into it either way.
Yeah.
And I wasn't the one breaking the law, so.
Oh, yeah, but your accomplice. You was watching it, man.
Nope.
Just shut you down.
It was pretty good. It was, I thought McGregor he come out full on, full blast, no holds barred.
Yeah.
You can't do that with Mayweather. I mean, he's just laughing. He's just laughing at him.
Yeah, me and Justin was talking about it yesterday before the fight, and I said McGregor was going to win the fight because usually his fights don't last long. Usually it's in and out. But this time, 10 rounds, when Just told me this morning it lasted 10 rounds, it's like, what? It lasted 10 rounds? And then when he showed me the highlights, it's like, golly, you can tell at the very end he was...
Yeah, he could barely hold his arms up, man. He was out of it. Someone told me he paid $350,000 for trainers because he never had done boxing before this match, or professionally.
Right.
So he paid $350,000. I think he got screwed on that because they obviously didn't. I mean, he was changing his stance. That was good, but he obviously got.
Well, he's hard headed anyway, so all that training, he's still gonna do what he's wanting to do anyway. So.
True. Mayweather. A lot of people were saying, even big Mayweather fans, that he definitely wasn't in his prime because he was making mistakes after mistake after mistake. I love some boxing.
I do too.
I think it's coming back, slowly but surely.
Yeah, I think
people have a bloodthirst.
Oh yeah, I got Justin interested in the robotic battle, the battle of robots on Science Channel. I think it's Science Channel that comes on. He's pretty interested in that. They had a good match the other night. Pretty neat. They're getting hardcore on that stuff. I mean, they get dangerous.
Yeah, a bunch of nerds. Including myself, probably.
If I had the money, I'd do it.
Bunch of nerds out there with their remote controls, cursing each other.
Yeah. Well, there's the people that won last night's match was an pretty old group, and Kim just had to get off work right before it ended, and she's look at that. They're old and they're playing with toys. I said, yeah, but that's expensive toys.
Yeah. Yeah, that stuff is high dollar, and they beat the crap out of that stuff. I mean, I've seen some of those matches before.
Oh yeah,
it's been a couple of years.
So what you been up to, Brian?
Not a whole lot. Waking up, Robot Wars. I saw an advertisement for it the other day. I like the idea of an EMP.
That's what I told Justin. I said I'd make me a small robot. And then they laughing at me. When they go out, as soon as they start coming across, just burst it, beep.
Yep.
And go in there and pin them.
Yeah, exactly.
That's my idea. Work on your Miata anymore, or sell your Miata and get you a real truck?
Nope.
No.
Nope. Nope. The Miata's still running. I'm taking care of the cat, my Maggie's cat, the cats I used to live with. Because her parents are away for a week and a half to 2 weeks or something like that. So I drive down there half an hour every day and take care of the cat.
Oh, you don't want to feed them. They're cannibalistic. They'll eat each other. So I had a friend that goes to Comic-Con a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And he said there's a bunch of seminars that goes on down there. And he said he walked into one seminar, sat down, and they were talking about pets. He said dog owners, when you die, people that own dogs die, the dog will lay there and die with them. Like if a week or so before the bite sound, they'll literally lay down and die with the owner. A cat will eat you.
Yep. Smart kitty.
Yeah.
There's a guy on YouTube, Nomadic Fanatic. And he's in an RV, and he travels around the United States. But he's a pretty cool guy. But he wears me out. He's got this big, fat cat that weighs like 35 pounds or something.
Jeez.
And it's him and that damn cat. Yeah. It's a little weird.
That's a big cat.
Yeah. It's huge. I forget what he said. I mean, he's got big old paws. It's just a big, fat cat.
Uh-huh. Well, I've got to take care of 2 cats that I get along with. And the third cat, Maggie's parents' cat, Shelby, also known as the meanest, evilest cat in the world.
My cat from hell.
Yeah, exactly. I've been lucky the past couple of days. I go down there and he just sits on a chair, stares at me.
Stares through you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've known some cats like
people I know used to own a tiger.
Bengal one.
They got it when it was just a little kitten or whatever they call it. But it would stare right through you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Anything.
Like, you are supper.
How many pounds of meat that thing eat a day?
It was like 5 whole chickens or something like that. It was.
See, there's no way I'd go have something that big to eat that. Not that anything could jump on me and eat me.
One time, I was riding with one of the owners, right? And we're riding down the road, and there's a dead deer on the side of the road. She pulls over, says, that's dinner for the cat. So, I mean, it was freshly killed. Somebody, freshly run over it. Still had blood running out of it. So we picked it up, put it in some plastic, and took it home. And they carved it up for the cat.
Wow.
At the end of the show, when we sign off, I'll tell you who it was. But I don't want to go bleeping stuff out.
So I take it they didn't own this tiger legally.
No, they did.
Oh.
The reason they made a huge donation to a society that takes care of these cats up in North Carolina. Mm-hmm. And they had to give it away mostly for insurance purposes because the local news, NBC, ABC, CBS, Fox, they all staked out the house once someone told them about it. And insurance found out, so they had to get rid of the cat. Yeah. Now I think it is illegal to purchase one.
Okay.
But this has been, what?
Well, I think you can still get, but you got to be qualified to, you got to know how to take care of them.
Yeah.
It's more regulations involved.
Oh,
now.
more government licensing
and
some shit. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can
as
own
long
one.
as they're making money.
Yeah, you can own one if you pay us enough money.
Yeah.
Government regulation.
So what'd you think about Sheriff Opio being pardoned?
Oh, I think it was no big deal. I think he should have been pardoned. Everybody's saying, oh, he should have waited till sentencing and he should have done this and he should have done that. Oh, Christ. Obama pardoned Chelsea Manning. Or what the hell Manning's name is.
Yeah, we know what it did.
Right.
Which was, you ought to be shot for.
Exactly.
I'm sure there's a lot of people in the military that if they ever run up on Chelsea Manning or it will be no more.
Right. Exactly.
I remember who you were talking about when you were talking about it. Now,
I don't remember what its name used to be.
Yeah, I was trying to think about
Brad.
who you're talking about.
Brad Manning?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Bradley Manning. Yeah. Everybody made a big deal about it, but, Obama, he pardoned straight out criminals. We're talking murderers.
Right, exactly.
Not drug users, but actually sellers.
Yep.
Known for having at least 3 kilos of crack or cocaine or whatever.
Well, I mean, you can't have your dealer in jail, man. I mean, come on.
Yeah, he needs some weed, man.
And something like 80% of the people that he pardoned at the end of his presidency had firearms violations as well.
I seen something on YouTube. It was kind of funny. Talking about Hillary Clinton, against for gun control and all that, and people not having guns. But then she's got pictured around her whole team's got like massive assault rifles and loaded
exactly.
all her.
Yeah, as long as you live in a gated, community, and you have,
what are you talking
you
about?
can pay for.
Have you done the statistics? The people that lives in gated communities are most people that's robbed.
Tell her
so
that.
You feel safe, right? You're in a gated community. I got no worries. I can leave my shit unlocked. Oh hell, that's freebie stuff right there, man.
Actually, one of our neighbors was robbed yesterday morning.
Where?
Yeah,
wow.
This neighbor,
right across the street down in Green.
Yeah.
Really, that's why.
Not in her house, but the storage building that you can see from the road.
Yeah.
They broke in.
Oh.
Stole a bicycle.
Oh, bicycle. Someone needs some transportation to get to work, man.
Yeah, it sounds like a bunch of kids.
No, these are adults.
Oh,
They're
really?
Adults yeah. There's a guy, and I've already had it in with him. He rides around on a moped.
Yep, I was about to
real
say.
slow.
Yep.
Looking for something to steal. And I told him, I said, don't be on my street. You don't have no business here.
I'm trying to bait him, man. I leave him everything out locked out in the yard, so when he comes in, I can just go ahead and shoot him. Not kill him. I gotta maim him. Then I take him into the building. I clean him up. They're like a pig, you gotta clean them up. Feed them a good meal, and then you take them and you slaughter them for wintertime, man. That's free meat.
Ask Siri how you can get rid of a dead body. It's pretty funny.
Ask Siri, on the Apple.
Oh, yeah.
On the iPhone.
Yeah.
I was watching something on YouTube about that. A bunch of people got on there and asked Siri, or not Siri, it was Alexa. Alexa, do you work for the government? And it turns itself off. Anything about the government you ask Alexa about, it shuts it completely off. It shuts it down. Turns itself off. It's amazing. It's funny.
Funny thing about them is if you get like two or more within earshot of each other,
yeah,
and you say Alexa, they'll both start talking, and then one will think you're a person talking, and then they'll start responding to each other.
Me and Justin got one. We do that sometimes. So what we had to do was you can change it. I don't like it because I like to change its name completely, but you can choose two different names, so you can have two different ones open at the same time. So yeah, it's Alexa one, Alexa, or then the other ones I can't remember Justin's name for his. Then you ask it. You can get them talking. It's funny. You can get them talking back and forth. It's crazy.
There was a court case a few months back in Minnesota where a guy, he murdered his wife, but he tried to say that he wasn't there. I don't remember the whole case. I remember when it happened, but so the court, they found, the law enforcement found that there was an Alexa in the house.
Oh.
And Alexa, or Amazon, samples audio from every Alexa that's on the internet. Okay?
Yep.
And any Amazon Alexa device that has a microphone. So they actually found out they requested those audio samples from Amazon, and sure enough, he was there. He was recognizable. So don't think they might not say we're not actively listening. Yeah, they are.
Government says we don't record all the phone calls and all that stuff, but there's key words, there's key phrases. But there's a guy there saying that it takes so long to process all the stuff that's coming in. It may be years, many years before they can get to it. Well, then why shouldn't you do that then? Because if it takes you, say, 20 years to get it, that action's already been done. You know what I'm saying? Someone's going to plan to kill something on the government or something, and it takes them so long, 20 years from now. See what I'm saying? It takes them so long to process stuff.
It don't take it that long. It gets flagged. They do keywording,
right? Indexing
on it, and
but he said
any kind of email headers.
But there's so much of it is coming in, even in just regular talking about it. It gets flagged. There's so much they said they can't keep up with it.
I don't believe it takes that long. There's no way.
Well, I'm not sure it's 20 years, but I'm just saying it takes them, so many years that a lot of stuff's already happened before they even get it.
Well, other stuff gets put on the back burner. Anything to do with terrorism is put on, obviously, on the front burner, so that gets looked at first. Yeah. So that's true.
All I know is that my iPhone 7 has a option called Hey Siri, where all I have to do is pick the phone up and say, Hey Siri, and Siri will come on, rather than don't have to press any buttons or anything like that. And then it dawned on me, the microphone's always on, waiting for me to say, Hey Siri. Well, who is out there listening, and who is getting the information that they're listening to, waiting for me to say, Hey Siri?
Yeah, exactly.
So, off went Hey Siri.
I think me and you were discussing that the last time I was here about taking and making us a manual slide button or a push button, turn on stuff, camera and the microphone on and off. Yeah. So you can snake the microphone off, hardwire it, like off.
Yep.
Yeah, I want to do that in my laptop. I know where the mic is in it. I just gotta be motivated to do it. But make some kind of switch externally so I can turn it on and off if I want to.
Well, once that starts catching on, it'll be federally regulated that you cannot mess with the microphones or cameras buttons on your phone. It's
like pillows, you cannot tear off the label.
The tag.
That cracks me.
But if you read the tag, except it says, this label may not be removed but by consumer. So after you purchase
by
the
end user. Yep.
Yeah.
Isn't it the same thing with a mattress? You can't remove those tags?
It says for consumer, consumer. So a lot of people just say that because that's the first thing that makes it funny.
You've been keeping up with Texas?
I know that only two things come out of Texas: steers and queers. You sure don't know.
Well, there's a lot of water coming out of Texas right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of water getting dumped on Texas.
A lot of water.
Water, really?
They had hurricane, man.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that. That's not on my big, list there.
Houston, right now, I looked at it, about an hour ago, and they had 28 inches of rain in 36 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man. That's a lot. That's a lot of water.
And they're expecting almost twice that over the next 48 hours.
Man.
It's insane.
Better than me.
Yeah, they always bragging on, they're bigger, they like big stuff, and the bigger the better, right? So let them have all the water.
Texas is a good state. It's a free state.
Yeah.
Yep.
I heard a lot of good stuff. There's one state I don't even want to go visit, and that's California.
Me neither.
The biggest thing is the whole state dropping off in the sea part. That's kind of worried me there. My luck in me, by time I step on the ground, it go. And another thing, there's too many damn laws. That's the most state I know of. Law by law. Golly, I don't understand people that live out there.
It's a beautiful state with so many different ecosystems.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like Mexico is it's an incredibly beautiful place. Your ass might get shot or stabbed or might be a hostage situation.
Yeah, that's why.
But it's beautiful.
Yeah, Dad was talking about driving his RV down there to get it repainted. It costs it's like $7,000 to have it repainted down there, and he's going to have everything redone. And I told him, I said, the only thing is, you'll come back with a nice RV, you park it overnight, come back out there, and your seats be gone because they want all their marijuana back out of
it. Yep.
Or come back with just a chassis.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, somebody was telling me that a friend of theirs on, I think it was Border Patrol or ICE or something like that, had a dog alert on a car full of Mexicans. Might have been a state cop. And they looked everywhere, and they took the car to a mechanic, and they had the whole interior torn out. And they couldn't find anything. And finally, the mechanic said to cut open the A-body, the unibody, I should say, to cut open the unibody. And sure enough, the unibody had been split open. filled with heroin and welded back together.
God, yeah.
And there was like 200 pounds of heroin inside this car.
God,
The dog kept alerting to it. They had stripped everything out of it, and the dog kept alerting to it.
No, if you went through a border control and they stopped your car and they thought it was illegal, had something in it, and they take everything out of your car, take it completely apart.
Yep.
They're not required to put it back together for you. You didn't find nothing in my car, you're going to put the son bitch back together.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, if you found something, okay. But you didn't, you need to put the shit back together.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Either that or you'll be talking to Colonel Colt.
A buddy of mine just got back from Colorado. He went out there to see his... He said he was amazed at the amount of checkpoints in Colorado. Going from one, area to another.
Mm-hmm.
They do have a large drug problem out there.
Yeah.
I mean, in Utah, too. That's another state that's... I mean, they're hardcore on it, but...
Well, when those Mormons, when they do break out of the church there, they tend to go hog wild.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Isn't it Utah that the only place you can buy liquor is at a bar? There are no liquor stores or package stores or anything like that?
I'm not sure about that.
I've heard that because, it is a Mormon state, basically.
Mm-hmm.
They make up the majority of the religious people out there, but so that would sound like something they would want. So
I need to go out there. I need to go out there then, don't I? And bother a lot of people.
We had I don't know if you know this, Brian, but we had a peace rally here yesterday.
Oh boy!
To remove a Confederate monument that's been.
Of course.
It was in the center of Main Street
mm-hmm.
when it was built in 1891. And then in 1922, because our Main Street was so big, they moved it up to a damn graveyard. It's off the street. You can't even see it from the street. Hell, I didn't even know it existed until about 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Way up on
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The graveyard is from the Civil War. What's the name of the graveyard? That's when it started anyway. It's got a lot later.
I can't remember. But I guess next thing they'll have to do is dig up the Confederate soldiers and move them to a different spot.
I guess so. Because they're right up front in the grave in the cemetery.
Oh, that ain't what happened, man. We need to dig
with
them
their
up.
little.
We need to dig them up, move them to the back
with their brass and copper crosses with CSA.
Yeah. They want to take down all that heritage from these people here. So what we need to do is complain about their heritage stuff and tell them they can't display it in public.
Do these people realize that they live in the state of South Carolina?
Yeah, and they're stupid. They're ignorant.
Actually, the guy that there's a group locally. It's Fighting Injustice Together, FIT, and the guy that runs it, he was arrested in June for beating his wife, for running from the cops, and for kidnapping because he had 3 kids in the car when he ran from the cops. And he's going to tell me, get on his moral high horse, and tell me that statue needs to be removed.
Exactly.
I don't really care about the statue. It's like the flag, but it's a matter of how you go about it.
Yeah.
And it's not like it's in the middle of the street where everybody can see it. You have to look for it. It's behind trees.
Well,
you can't even see it from the road, Brian. You have to look for the damn thing.
It just won't cause trouble. That's all there is to it. If they got nothing else to do, they want to run the damn mouth. And what's going to end up happening is, it's like bullies. Get bullied. Finally, either 2 things will happen. Either the bully or the person getting bullied gets killed or kills himself, or the person getting bullied kills the bully. And it's going to come to the point where we're going to get tired of this shit and go, look, this is a fucking enough. You're causing too much damn trouble. And then to stop the trouble, either you stop
Well, it's
I try not to be prejudiced, and we're all prejudiced to a certain point. We either don't like a certain color or a number or style of furniture or style of car. We're all prejudiced to a point. I understand that. But when you keep causing trouble,
that's how they make money. That's how they get attention.
Well,
that's what they're after.
They're going about it the wrong way, and it's going to piss off the wrong group, and the wrong group is going to start something, and everybody wants to finish it. I mean, it's going to come to this.
Well, yesterday the local law enforcement did a really good job. That statue is on one side of the street at the cemetery, so they put up barricades along the street line, and then they had barricades on the other side of the street. So the Sons of Confederacy were there protesting the peace rally. With air quotes, peace rally. But they had a permit to be there. The FIT people, the peace rally people, they didn't have a damn permit. But in order for things to be okay, the police said, yes, you can stay. So what they did is they put the Sons of Confederacy and all those people, the pro-statue people, all on one side of the road, and the other people on the other side of the road.
There you go.
And they were not allowed to be within fighting distance, basically. So there were some assholes, redneck, racist assholes there. There was one piece of shit that did the Heil Hitler sign, and if I'd have been there, that's why I didn't go.
That's a retard there.
That's why I didn't go, because of stupid shit like that. That's why I didn't go. I mean, I wouldn't have been there one way or the other as far as, but I wanted to go photograph it. But that kind of shit right there, that's getting your ass whooped.
Right.
Don't do no fucking Heil Hitler around me, because I will beat your damn ass.
We got both sides that can peacefully do stuff and peacefully, argue. And peacefully argue means, you can get into each other's face, scream and yell. That's peaceful. That's still talking. You may be talking loud. You may get aggravated. I can see that. But when you got these other assholes on both sides that want to cause harm, that's the problem. And that's the people we need to deal with on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
But they were screaming. There were a lot of people just there. There were more people watching the sideshow than there were actually people involved in it.
Yeah.
Right.
The FIT people, there was probably 30 of them, and there was probably 50 people on the other side.
Right.
Yelling back and forth. There was a woman there that was with Black Lives Matter. She was trying to start trouble, yelling with her megaphone, talking about she was going to blow it the hell up, and just trying to start trouble. But then, the guy that, beat his wife, he was actually trying to shut her down because the cops were there. So it was very interesting to watch. But I'm glad I didn't go because
yeah. Now my dad mentioned to me today that FIT, whatever it is, was saying that about the police killing police in all states, getting together and starting to kill police. Did you hear
Black Lives Matter?
No.
Antifa.
That's it. Antifa, whatever it is.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad those assholes didn't show up because it really would have went down. They said that if that statue's not taken down within 30 days, that they're going to organize a sit-in and have hundreds and thousands of people come sit at the statue every night.
Oh, you know what? I tell them, come on, we need the revenue. Because you got to eat, you got to drink, you got to buy gas. Come on in. But you cause one bit of trouble, we'll throw your ass in jail for 90 days minimum, and there's no getting out. That's what we should do. We should tell...
The problem is half of them are on government funds, so,
It doesn't matter. When they should have a law in effect that said if you come to any rallies or anything, if you are caught causing trouble and you have to be arrested, there should be a minimum of 90 days in jail. No getting out on good behavior or anything like that. You're in for 90 days. That would solve a lot of problems right there. And if we stick to it.
We have laws against inciting violence.
Right. Well, it's supposed to be. I've heard there's
federal
years,
law.
It's supposed to be. You can have rallies and everything, but you don't supposed to cause any trouble. Yep. People going in and out of business, you don't supposed to stop them. Interfere with any type of that stuff. but we should have something in effect. And it's not like 10 days, hell, I'd go to jail for 10 days for, if I wanted to cause trouble. Hell, 10 days ain't nothing, you know what I'm saying? But you put like 90 days on somebody, that's going to hurt them. That's going to make them think, well, wait a minute. If I cause trouble, I'm going to damn jail for 90 damn days. Make it lengthy.
The thing with monuments in South Carolina, the Confederate monuments, is we already have a law where the legislature, if they want to move a monument, that you have to have 2/3 majority, and it has to be voted on for each monument for it to be moved. So I don't suspect that one or any others.
I'll tell you what, let's move the Confederate statue to like Freetown or something like that.
Nickeltown?
Into the kids' park.
That's not a bad word, Nickeltown. There's an area here called Nickeltown, and some people call it something else. I don't say that. I do not say that word.
I do not like using that word either. But we're talking about it, and we're saying what other people are saying. I just don't understand. I mean, our generation, we're not a part of that, what happened in history. And if you think about it, why are the black people so engulfed in this shit when the Germans slaughtered, killed, and hundreds of thousands of Jews? You don't see the Jews acting the same way. You don't see them going out here and killing people because, hey, your daddy's daddy had us, killed us, one of our family members. You don't see that shit happening.
I'll tell you something about Jews. They're a lot smarter. And they're more worried about making money than they care about that.
Well, see, but that's what I'm saying. Our generation did not have nothing to do with that. Now, we still got these people, brought up, and that's where a lot of problem is our parents teaching our kids to hate. And that's their side, to hate the white, because, their granddaddy's daddy had slaves. So what? Okay, that happened. It happened. A lot of shit happens. Shit happens to everyone. You need to drop it. Grow up. That's right, I said it. Grow up and act like responsible adults, and let's work together. Not against each other.
All right.
Amen.
He's off his soapbox now, Brian. You better get it where it is.
Oh my God! It kills me though, man. I mean, I've had shit happen to me, but I'm not going to take it out on everybody else because shit happened to me in my life. It happened. Either I can be a victim or I can be a survivor, and I picked survivor. I survived it. I'm growing up stronger. I don't not teach my kids to hate. You know what I'm saying? I don't. Stuff that happened to me. It didn't happen to my kids or anything like that. So we should grow up, be responsible adults, act like responsible adults, and work together and not against each other. That's what I'm saying.
A lot of the problem with modern society, regardless of Western society and the modern terminology, is fatherless children. 73% of African Americans are born out of wedlock, and it's growing for white people and for everybody else, unfortunately, and that's a big problem. So that doesn't directly affect what we're talking about, but it does because they're gonna hate somebody, and if Daddy can say from prison or wherever that the white man did it to him, then
no, the white man didn't do it. He had a choice to do what he done.
Well, I know, but.
And I understand.
People are going to take the easy way out and blame somebody.
Well, I understand, and sometimes a lot of people do what they do to survive. I understand that. If I have a kid at home or kids at home, I have no job. I can't get a job because there's
welfare. There's food stamps out the ass. There's no excuse for it.
No, what I'm saying is, okay. Say I was young. Teenager, and I did something stupid. Teenagers do stupid stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I get caught. I go to jail for it. I get punished. I come out. I'm trying to change my life around because I went through a program in prison to help me get a good job. I got my GED or my diploma in high school. Now I got that. Now I get out. but there's no business will hire me because I made a stupid mistake in the past. Now I'm trying to get a job. My kids are at home starving. I still can't get a job, even though I went through this work program. I went and did my time. I paid my price in prison. I got kids at home starving. When you got kids at home starving, you're not going to let them go hungry. So you got to do what you got to do. But that's a choice you have to make. And if you choose the wrong and you get caught again, that was your choice. It was not someone else's problem.
Exactly.
Because there are jobs out there that will take you. You may not make big money, but it will be something to feed your family.
Mm-hmm.
So it still boils down to you. You making the choice of what you want to do.
This is true. All I'll say on that is it is true about jobs, about them being... my own sister, she got herself into trouble being a stupid idiot. And she has a really hard time finding a job.
Yeah.
Because of her, criminal record.
Yeah.
So that's a reality that a lot of people face. But there's a lot of good companies out there and mostly small business. You're more likely, if you have a criminal record, to get a job with a small business.
Correct.
Than you are with some damn corporate
right.
America. And who the hell wants to work for them anyway?
Right.
Right.
I'd much rather prefer, if I had a choice,
yeah.
work for small business thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, people have to lower their pride a little bit, me included.
I've learned. I have learned. I've had some good jobs and I've had some crappy ass jobs, but I had to do what I had to do to feed my family and do what I got to do. But like I tell someone that's got big time money and think they're the king of the shit, even down to the guy that sweeps your floor at night. It's just important. It's a job that you have at the very top. Because if you didn't have a guy that's sweeping the floor and taking out your damn trash, your shit would run over and smell your damn office up. Whatever job you have, if it's sweeping the floor, picking up cigarette butts off the ground, take pride in what you do. Because that job is just as important as being a president of the United States. But yeah, like I was saying, whatever job you have, take pride in it because
exactly.
It's a job and it's needed or it wouldn't be a job.
Yep.
I've done some crappy jobs, but when I had that crappy job, I did what they needed me to do and I took pride in what I did.
Right.
Anything to say, Brian? We didn't mean to get off onto this tangent about South Carolina and our little problems.
No, it's just, you want to tell these people to, grow up, act right, either that or shoot them. When I hear about BLM and Antifa, I think of the Mission of Burma song. That's when I reach for my revolver. Yeah, these people are, you can't believe that they actually believe in the stupidity that's related by the mainstream media. I mean, I can't believe people are that stupid to demand that a Confederate statue out of the way in a U.S. military cemetery be removed. Let them come up here and try that in Gettysburg and see how far they get.
Yeah.
Oh, one state at a time, please.
Well, that's another thing. See, the graves at least are... They may, it might have been another country. They're damn veterans, whether you hated their guts or not. They were damn veterans.
Exactly.
Leave them the fuck alone. Let them lay there.
That's it.
Yep. Yep.
But, yeah, it's a mess. I know people that are, all their lives they've been about peace and non-aggression and stuff like that. Even people like that are now like, where can I go get me a gun? I'm going to shoot these motherfuckers. They come to my state or my town, I'm going to shoot them someday.
Yep. I went to a gun show last weekend.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They, 2 or 3 times a year, they have a big one at the State Farm Show Arena. And Jimmy and Megan, 2 friends of mine, and I went. And I found a bunch of magazines from my 1911.
All right.
Yeah, just that I remember when they were $5 each. Now they're $12 each.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like I go shopping with my wife, grocery store or whatever, but I'm not usually paying attention to the prices. I've done that, like I had a habit, because I used to do all the shopping
Mm-hmm.
and buy all the stuff. So I had to keep up with what I was spending and how much stuff was. And we went out to buy my son some new pants, and they were like $40, and I about had a fucking coronary.
Yep.
I was like, there's no damn way I'd pay $40 for a pair of jeans. That's fucking outrageous. I mean, it's like, oh, what the hell? And then me and my son was sitting there talking one day, and he asked me how much I made at the place I worked before I retired, and I told him how much it was, and he said, well, that was a good bit of money back then, wasn't it? I said, what do you mean back then? He said, well, Dad, right now, that's like, like ancient pay now. It kind of hit me, I calculated how many years I've been retired, and then I started looking at prices online on how much stuff was then and now. And it's like, it's a shock to me. I mean, it's like, oh, really, I just can't believe how much price jump on everything has gone, and it's like mind-boggling to me. So
yes. Well, I remember when I was a kid, an ounce of weed cost $40.
An ounce.
An ounce.
I remember when.
So how much you pay for it now?
I remember when. Now I've never bought any weed at all.
No, but you bought cocaine. And heroin. Come on now.
No, but I remember when a quarter bag. We on the go-kart track, and all them kids. I mean, that's all they talked about was going and getting a quarter bag.
Yeah,
but that was like $20 for a quarter bag.
Mm-hmm.
Back then. This was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Now a quarter bag's probably I don't know.
50.
50
to 100. If it's real good stuff, it's $100 for a quarter bag.
See, I don't even know how much a quarter bag, how many ounces a quarter bag is or anything. I don't know nothing about that stuff.
That's
quarter ounce.
Ounce. Exactly.
Okay. I guess that's where they got the quarter bag from.
Yeah.
I thought maybe a quarter bag would be $25. Quarter. No.
We're not talking a case of quarter. Can I get a case of quarter?
A case of quarter.
We used to have this kid all the time, and he was really poor, and he would come up. We have video games and everything, and he would come up. He'd bring pennies, but he'd only bring me like 25 at a time. He said, hey, can I get a case of quarter? It sounded like he's from Jersey. Most likely. I can't remember exactly where he was from. It's like, yeah, man, hang on.
My friend at work, this bothered me, he'd go through a parking lot or something, he'd pick up pennies, nickels, and dimes out of the parking lot. Yeah. I'd laugh at him. Why are you stopping for a penny? Well, 2 pennies make 2 cents. 5 pennies make a nickel. And for a whole month he'd done that and kept it in one jar. And he brought it to work. At the end of the month, he had over $30 in change he picked out of the parking lot. It's like, wow.
Exactly.
Really?
Wow. Exactly. I throw my change into a cup whenever I have change in my pocket. And last time I dumped the cup out, I think I had like $3 in pennies and $30 in quarters, dimes, and nickels.
Wow. Yeah, change adds up. I mean,
exactly.
But it really amazed me how much he picked up, that 1 month. And Justin, he said, he works at Home Depot, and he used to do the buggy, and he used to come home loaded, man.
Yep.
$1 here, $5 here, $10, sometimes a 20. You'd find out in the parking lot. And,
yep.
Yeah, I was like, golly, you made more when you're picking up change and stuff out of the lot than you made on your check.
A friend of mine used to own a video arcade, and I said to him, isn't that great? You make your living a quarter at a time. And he said, damn right. It's the American way.
Yeah. Hey, me and Justin came up with an idea. We can get the game people involved. We got Xbox and PlayStation and the big game people. What you do is you set up like an arcade place that you have 2 terminals back to back. Like, cause split screen, you set it up so that each other can't see the screen.
All right.
And you get these gamers, the game people, to come out with new games. In order to play the newest game first, you got to come to us. So that allows them people to play the games there before it even comes out and see how they rate the games. And the good games would sell more. Because you get people coming there to play the games. Yeah, I want that game. I want to go ahead and put my money up. Get the game when it first comes out.
It's an idea.
Now it's out. Now someone will do it.
Yep, you just screwed yourself, buddy.
But I thought that would be a good idea, man.
Yeah.
It's something like, arcade, because you got people sitting in their own houses now, and not getting social. Everybody's always on the phones and stuff like that. You get that back like the old arcade. Everybody hung out there. You spent money there. That would be awesome to have. Xbox and PlayStation together in the same arcade machine place, and then people come in to play the newest games coming out before they even come out.
Mm-hmm. Guys, hello.
Yeah, we're here. We're here.
I gotta call it a night. I gotta get going.
Okay, take
care, buddy. Good to hear from you.
Have a good one.